All right, an action shot. I'm not at all sure how I can do this one-handed. They'll no doubt fight over that corn. I usually throw it past them. Let me put this down. Maybe I can use my hand to show you better. I can't do this one-handed, but you'll get to meet some of my goats. This is pretty much a routine. They like that shell corn. And then finally, they know it's done when I take it and throw it like that. Oh, look there. Look there, that's my newest baby goat. Found a sunny spot. He's a little buck. He's my 29th goat at the moment. I have 5 ones that survived so far. I'll probably have a bunch more. This is Shirley's Keller. This is going to be a kitchen. I've done almost nothing here, which is one of the reasons it looks so rough. Where I work, I make it nice, but I haven't worked here. There's the bake oven waiting to be finished and used. There's the fireplace to be fired up again. Here's my island of saws, my my layout table, I guess you'd call it. I have used it some. My furnace, I use it periodically, but the goats have decided they like the upper barn better. And so I actually have thought about talking to my neighbors saying, hey, do you want to bring your horses over here? Before I leave this area, I should maybe remind you that there's the line shaft, pulleys, clutches, hangers, the shafting, waiting, just hanging there on ropes right now as storage, but it's going to go upstairs, and I'll say more about that when I get up there. But there are the parts. Been waiting a very long time. Came from this building is waiting, and I guess it's not going to fall down. That certainly has had a good chance to. I've talked about it before, and I haven't worked on it at all, just in like the recent years, year or two, about. Here are 6 huts that I will probably tear them down to the floor and then build them up again. But anyway, it's one of the clusters. I've talked about it before. There will be a water wheel in the middle of this one. I haven't done too much to keep the water coming this far. So much of it leaks out. This is the hammer hut, I call it. Back there is for making charcoal. Hasn't been used yet for that though. This is going to be a giant forge with a giant hammer, about an 80-pound head on it, probably. There's the anvil, and a foundry back there where those 2 small barrels are stacked. Will be where we fire. This is the beast, we call it. This is an incinerator for burning things that are really long and can't really fit in otherwise. This is a little hard to explain. That's where I'm storing glass. That incidentally is where I actually live. That's my house, and not really part of Frank's school, not the Camp Branch campus. And over there is a house I moved 70 miles. Maybe I'll use the zoom. That's called the Cherry Tree House. My mother was born in that. Her great-grandfather built it about 1884 or something like that. And then I moved it here. All right, now where do we go? I intend to build a hypocaust in between. One of those, let's see if I can go through this. One's a laundry, one's a bathhouse, one's a pump house, one is for sawing pallets up, although I think I'm going to change what that is. I think I can do it better otherwise. That's for shelling corn, and the one below it will be for a burr mill, for milling the corn. And this is the remains of a bench. Not the remains, it's the parts of a bench, which will go in between those buildings and that one. That I call the powerhouse, because a fairly big water wheel will be under it, and it's where the line shaft will start its power if it's powered by water. And that water power, I'm not sure if you can see it through here or not, probably not, but I've filmed it other years. That power will come off about an 8-foot wheel underneath it. And it'll be carried then through a line shaft into the upstairs of Thomas Hawkling Hall, is what I call that, or off a belt powered by that. Boy, things are so muddy here. Sort of my apologies in a way, but it'll actually keep your expectations down if you think it's going to be real pretty here.